Oh, it was some week for the college football season. The beginning. We saw Florida State barely beat Oklahoma State. And this was probably due to the fact that I think Florida State came out a little bit rusty and they took Oklahoma State a little bit for granted. And I think Oklahoma State is a better team than people forecasted them to be. Now, this was the real big surprise. Alabama, 33, West Virginia, 23. It was a very close game. Now, this is something that might lead to a major problem, and we're starting here at Stone and Digital Dave to monitor, and we are beginning to pick a date when we think Lane Kiffin will be fired. Now, according to our sources, I'm not going to say they were shouting at one another, but according to our sources, Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban were talking loud to one another. Just let's leave it at that. At various times during the game, after the game, and during halftime. Some loud talking. So that's going to be interesting to watch. And coming up, we are going to pick our date when we think this coaching team of Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin as the offensive coordinator of Alabama, when it will officially dissolve. This was another astonishing game. It was like, wow. The Temple Owls, 37. The mighty SET Vanderbilt, 7. Now this game, Temple just dominated, and Vanderbilt was favored by 16.5. Now granted, they do have a new coach, but this is a SEC team compared to a team like Temple. We expected an annihilation. Ohio State, 34, Navy, 17. This game was so boring. Now, if you're one of those purists who love running and old-fashioned football, this was a game for you. The Navy quarterback had 118 yards passing, and the Ohio State quarterback had a little bit less. Both teams could not pass. And this is where the trouble's brewing. If Navy would have had somewhat of a passing game, they could have won this game. So we're looking at this. Ohio State is really in trouble from the loss of their quarterback. Alabama is going to be in trouble because that team of Saban and Kiffin isn't going to last for the whole season. And Florida State had some kinks in their offense, but we feel they're going to turn that around and be the powerhouse that they are. Now, once again, as I mentioned, coming up on the Stone and Digital Dave radio show, we will have our NFL picks for the coming week.